What is up? It's your boy Johnny Street 5 BB Promos to Tell Like It Is. Welcome back to another episode of Coaching Up. Today we're coaching up Jesse James, David Lade, and Anthony Mantello. It's actually Anthony Mantello's video on his channel, so go look at it, guys. It is Road to Pro workout with David Lade and Jesse James West. Now, Anthony's in his prep, coming down to the very end of it, looking really good. I still got hope for this kid. I'm pretty sure he's gonna get his pro card eventually. I don't know when, but he's gonna get it. Either way, I'm gonna go through this video because a lot of stuff I see in this, it's a back workout where I wanna kind of break things down, make them a little more clear, and kind of like, fix the confusion in the air about some of these movements. So let's move on.
So we're gonna do lat pull downs.
Yes.
We're gonna go up to 2 top sets.
Yes.
Like failure, 10 to 12 reps. Maybe a back up, see how we feel, and then do some rows, okay?
All right. Team on 3, 1, 2, 3, team.
Before we get started, guys, I want you to know this video is sponsored by Blue Star Nutraceuticals, guys. So I want to thank Blue Star Nutraceutical for sponsoring this channel and giving me the ability to keep continuing to give you guys great content. So guys, make sure you guys use my code Johnny10 for 10% off at bluestarnutraceuticals.com. Anyway, let's get it started. If I'm a viewer like one of you guys, girls, whatever you want to call it, I don't care what you are, it doesn't really matter. You're watching, which is important. Either way, if you're watching this, you're watching lat pull downs, or you're watching 3 different variations of lat pull downs. Who's right, who's wrong, who's doing it optimal, who's doing it not as optimal. I'm just gonna give you guys the right way to do it. Now, and we'll go over a couple things too when you get into their hard sets and what does the top set mean, whatever, all that good stuff. Either way, so a couple things we gotta understand. When we're doing lat pull downs, we're doing a pull up. So the whole point of doing a pull up basically is you want to make sure we're under the bar, right? So if we're under the bar when we're doing a pull up, we're here, and then we go from here, and then we have to shift our weight back, open our shoulders up, and come here and go up. So we go from here, from under the bar, and then we move to here, and then back down. And then when I'm going to the top, my elbows are to the side of my body, they're pulling here. So we need to go from this position to this position to this position. Now the problem is that when most people do pull downs, now I have one of these nice prime rotating handles here, and so I kind of made it as normal as possible, but this is a dope handle, recommend you getting it. Either way, the biggest thing is making sure we're under the weight. A lot of mistakes I see right away is when we're on the bench. Now I'm not on the actual traditional pull down machine. We'll actually go over that in a second, but when I'm here, most people are always lined up back here. So we have this thing here and we're pulling ourselves back. We end up doing a row, or we're underneath and then we're pulling back too far this way and we're doing a row again, or we're too far back and we're trying to do that same row and we're pulling down like this, right? The proper way to do this is to basically emulate an actual pull up. So get yourself under the weight, under the bar, so we're overhead. We want to start in an overhead position. And then again, just like the same thing as doing a pull-up, like we kind of shifted our body from here to here. Now I'm not doing this. There's a difference between opening up my shoulders and actually like hyperextending my lower back, right? My lumbar spine, all that, everything else, right? So from here, I'm underneath the bar and I want to pull down. I'm going forward here and I'm opening my chest up to pull it up, just like I'm pulling my chest to the actual top of the bar if I was actually doing a pull-up. Right? Greeting chest to bar. Now there's a couple things you can see at the top of Jesse's hard set. We're getting a lot of this, which is a lot of mistakes I see, is this from here, and then we're like, and we kind of do this thing of try and almost pull our chin over the bar. And that's what people kind of make the biggest mistake, is trying to pull the chin over the bar, and that's their spot where they get here, and now my biceps do a lot of work, and my traps or my teres major minor are not really doing anything at all right now. Right? So from here, we want to stick from here, open the shoulders up, or open that chest up and pull chest to bar. Now when we're failing, we want to be like, I'm failing, I can't get up, I can't. This is how we want to fail. We want to fail here, not here. It's a big difference. It's the same thing if we're going into like a machine. If we're in a machine, it's the same idea. This machine is a pull down machine. It opens up, so it's really gonna isolate my lats, which is gonna pull my elbows away and right down to the side of my body. Now again, I wanna get myself right here. I don't wanna be back here because then I'm doing one of these things. I wanna be in front here where I can stay here, opening up and pulling down right? And when I go all the way down, my elbows come to the side of my body, they're not pointing back, they're here, right? Okay, so we have pull, so you can see right here, you know, we're pulling down. We also want the top of the chest. Open your head up, look up to the ceiling if you have to, but keep your body in line. I was doing this.
All right, so I'm teaching Jesse how to properly train bodybuilder style here. Basically, feel the sets and work up to that top set to failure, which we're doing about 10 to 12 here. Jesse doesn't do that. Jesse does typical hypertrophy, which is really cool to show him the differences.
So let's just make things very, very clear here. Anthony is not right, and he's also not wrong. And a lot of times we get this mixed up, and people talk about like, yo, what are you training for? I mean, I'm training as a bodybuilder style. What are you training for? Hypertrophy. It's like, it's the same thing. Bodybuilders are taking principles of hypertrophy and kind of bastardizing it a little bit of like, you know, adding more weight into that top reps or top sets, or elongating the reps or elongating the entire set, right? Keeping that the fundamentals of hypertrophy, which is basically a lot of volume with a lot of heavier weight. It's basically what bodybuilders do, right? They're kind of pushing the envelope in terms of adding a greater load than what you would normally load yourself in terms of hypertrophy being like 70 to 75% of your 1 rep max, where bodybuilders will kind of stress a little more of that. Now again, I'm not saying that Anthony Mantello is taking gear, has nothing to do with that, but as bodybuilders can increase the load a lot higher than your typical hypertrophy load because they are enhanced. They can add more weight and then do longer sets. Literally right now I'm not enhanced at all. I haven't been enhanced since the end of October. And the difference between me and my strength is my pull downs for like, you know, reps will be like the entire stack for like 15 to 20 reps. Like, and that's a lot of weight. That's way more than 1 rep max. That's way more than 75% of my 1 rep max. But I had the ability to do that because I was juiced out of my fucking mind. I was juiced to the tits, like literally. No gyno though, I was juiced to the tits. So just, anyway, that's why they can do that. But it's the same thing, just not mix things up. Now looking at, sorry, I wanna like go over homeboy here for a second, pulling down, right? We wanna avoid jerking it and trying to like jerk and pull it down, right? This is a kind of a, it's not a waste of a rep, it's just not an optimal quality rep. Now, Anthony's reps are very good. Anthony hangs with all those dudes. Kyle Wicks is, you know, his athlete. That's the Matt Jansen group. That's all those guys are like I guess I would say a disciple of one of those guys. Well, I would say Matt Jansen because he coached me. Either way. And that's about that. I thought I'd go over this video. I saw it and I was like, this is a really good video to do. Because a lot of times, you know, guys like this, channels like this they're great to watch, good to pump you up before the gym, but they leave out a lot of the explanation. And that's what we need, you know. We need to understand why we're doing certain things or have things broken down so you understand why they are doing those things. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. You know, come with the tell it is transparent, vulnerable truth. For coaching, johnsheet.com. If you want to know more about my coaching, book yourself a 15 or 30-minute consult. At the end of the consult, I deduct it off any package that you pick. Also, guys, hit the description below for those discount codes and promo codes to help save your life or change your life for the better. Like Johnny10 for 10% off. Blue Star Nutraceutical. Head there now. Use my code. Anyway, follow me on Instagram and TikTok, guys. Send me your progress pics, your training pics, and your video clips, and I'll repost it for you. Because you know how it is. Iron sharpens iron. Progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.